Hello and welcome to Nerdy on Real Dev. And I'm here with a video a little different than usual. Typically, I don't really go that much into blueprints, as personally I'm still working on learning them myself. However, I thought I'd do a quick little video about a feature Unreal has called widgets. Now, widgets are what allows for buttons, menus. It can be great for 2D games where you can use the widgets to put in the functionality of the game. So, for example, the template for a clicker game I'm working on is entirely widgets, to be honest. So, how would we go about making a widget? And let's let you guys see for yourself what they can do. So you right click in the content browser, go down to widget blueprint, and we're just going to call this menu buttons. Then you open it up, and the first thing you see here is a canvas panel, as well as various options you can put in. So you can just pop in a button, change the size. You can anchor it to a certain part in the screen, so even, say, a monitor would have a different resolution, it would still be anchored at this point. And then, of course, you need something to explain what the button is. Boom. Text block, and we'll just say start. And you can change the color. That's not color. There's color. As well as go in here, change the size. Not too many fonts that are default. However, there are ways to add more. And of course, always good to have a background. So what we can actually do is drag an image, and we're gonna move this higher in the hierarchy. And you just anchor it. Resize, you can actually 1920 by 1080, and just anchor that for the full screen. You can just change the color, or you can click here in brush. And right here we have the brick texture that I showed in another video. Very simplistic hand-painted texture. And already right here, you can actually, for the button, in style, you can plop in an image. You can also give it a tint. So if, say, you're hovering over it, you can make it look more gray. And then when it's pressed, you can have that be like black. And you'll see what this looks like in a moment, because this is cool. UI artists and level designers can play with this with ease. And as for the programming aspect, so we just click on button and on clicked, and it just takes you to button. I should actually rename this. Oops, gotta go back here. It's always good to name things, otherwise you will forget. So we'll just call this start button. And then from there, get current level name. Actually, what you want to do first is remove parent, remove from parent. So what remove from parent does is it removes the the widget, and then you can do get widget or create widget. It's always good to know what the node is actually called. And then you would cut, click a widget. So there's, I don't, that, I think that's an engine default. But you would might have like a credit menu widget, maybe the levels a widget. Uh, you might also, I forget how to bring up the level. This is why I do not do blueprint tutorials often. Still learning this. But yeah, from there you would actually be able to create a menu button, take it somewhere else. Um, I have no idea what will happen if I press play. Let's find out. We get sound, but that does mean the correct widget was called. So that's about all for the basics of widgets. You also have progress bars, rich text blocks, sliders, uh, all sorts of things. You can even do, like if this was instead of start, like an option for a window size, you can even on click get console command, execute console command, and then you type in the command. So there's one for changing the resolution. So if you wanted like 1280 by 720, 720 by 480, if you wanted to go ultra wide, you can actually use widgets to program in those settings. So for real this time, that's all on widgets. Thank you for watching. If you like this tutorial and want to see more, as well as hear more about my game that I'm working on, consider buying me a coffee on Ko-fi. Coffee? Who knows how you say it. Have a good one.